thinking about your, bringing movement and dance into the gallery space, into a museum space, it really makes me think a lot about that juxtaposition that you were talking about, that like performance art belongs on a stage, um, and visual art maybe hanging on a wall, or a sculpture, has this other setting. And there's a lot always made of the fact that dance is an ever changing, a dance performance only ever happens that one time, right? So you experience it in the moment, and it's often set in contrast to a photograph or a painting or something that lives on in that same form. But it seems to me that anytime you come to art, the viewer comes to art, it's a new experience. So it might be the same photo that I see and you see, but we're having a different experience of it because of what we're bringing. And so I think there's not as much distance between those two art forms
That's well
as
said.
it might seem.
I agree. And I think we have to challenge here in America in particular how we are consuming, reading, participating in the performing arts. I think
Hmm.
there's more. I, the one thing that I really disparaged about the pandemic was when people would say things like, "Oh, when we get back to normal," or "I can't
Hmm.
wait till it." Well, what's wrong with? And as artists, I think we get this. Why not make the normal out of the now?
Hmm.
Make the normal now normal. It's yeah, okay, so you want, and this is a challenge with art, by the way, with visual art, is that it almost lives in the past moment.
Hmm.
Right? So you think of museums sometimes, museums in particular, and I found this as a difference between museums and galleries, because
Hmm.
galleries are often presenting current artists. They're trying,
Hmm.
they're promoting these new works, but museums sometimes encapsulate and show the preserved artifact.
Yeah.
And so like you're saying with dance, it's the vanishing point. It happens, it's there, it's
Hmm.
now, it's gone, but is it really?
Right.
How does it resonate? There's a wonderful artist, I want to say her first name correct, I think it's Yanira Castro,
Hmm.
and she has a work. I don't know a lot about it, but I had an opportunity to chat with her briefly, and she has a work called Lost or Last Audience, Last Audience.
Hmm.
And forgive me, Yanira, if I say any of this wrong, but she's talking about what is the resonance after the performance.
Right.
So the dancers may do whatever, and then there is a work that is still left. There's a resonance still there in the space. And I think that's an interesting concept.
Hmm.